So this week it's all about why do we use a credit card over a debit card to make this system work? And there's three specific terms that we need to understand for us to get the whole picture of this. Because when I come across people who want to work with me or just want to understand how this system works, and they say that they're using a debit card, I say, look, the only way this is going to work is if we switch over to a credit card. Now, I understand why they're using a debit card because it's just that once I know that the money is gone, the money is gone. Whereas with a credit card, there have been studies that shown people on average will spend anywhere between 12 and 20% more just because it's that idea of, oh, it's the payment later. I'll worry about it later. Okay. But the first term we went over was float. When you purchase something on a credit card, you purchased it today, but the credit card company will give you anywhere from 20 to 40 days until the next statement due date to actually pay for what you purchased 20 to 40 days ago. The second term to understand is offset. So because we now have this float that the credit card company is giving us, let's just pretend that we have our home equity line of credit, and this is represented by this iPad, this tablet here. Now, let's say our outstanding balance is $100,000. This is the entire $100,000. Right now, we are being charged on the entire $100,000. Now, we get our next payment. And let's just say that's represented by this white piece of paper, and it is $15,000. Well, with a line of credit, what we can do is put all $15,000 in. Now, does the entire tablet still exist? Yes. Is some of it being offset that you can't see all of the tablet by this white piece of paper? Yes. So it is offset by the amount that we just deposited against the tablet. In our example, it's a $100,000 line of credit we're using. We just offset it by the next $15,000 that came into our household. So now we're only being charged interest on the rest of the red, which in our example here is $85,000. That's what we're being charged interest on. But then we can redraw the money. And if our expenses are $10,000, well, we draw this out, but we're leaving about $5,000 in our example still in the line of credit, recovering some of the debt. And then what happens the next month is we get the next $15,000. We offset now that amount. So we have the $5,000 from previously, that surplus, plus the next $15,000 for most of the month. So now we're down $20,000. Now we're being charged interest on $80,000, not on 100, not on 95, but then $10,000 of expenses are there, and that stays inside the line. So now we just have lowered the overall balance after 2 months down to $90,000. So we were able to use the float from the credit card to use all of our money to offset the interest because we're lowering the debt balance, but then we can redraw the money when we need to for the expenses when they come up. And so that's the magic of how this all works. Float, offset, redraw. And if you want to see what results are possible for you and how we utilize float, offset, and redraw, type the word results in the comments below.